Hi, and welcome to really like your first day of what college algebra will look like for most of this semester. Um, you're going to start by watching this video, which is great, and you'll see a list of all the things you have to do right below me. Each day you'll have this list. Some days you'll have a video from me, some days you won't. A couple things I just want to highlight. First, make sure you have a good method to taking notes and a good system for taking notes. That could look like just a binder and notebook paper. It could look like a spiral notebook. It could be maybe you printing off some guided notes that we have and filling them in if you have access to a printer. Or for a lot of you, I'm guessing it might be using a stylus on the notes we give you and writing on your screen. If that's the case, I recommend that you use OneNote possibly to help store your notes, and or find another file system that you like. But it's important that you keep your notes in one spot so you can come back and reference them throughout the chapter. So you'll go through, you'll take notes, but they'll be a little different than like if you were in math in an actual classroom, but kind of the same also. Remember, you learn math by doing math. So if you're not actually working the problem out, you're not really getting the most out of the video. Avoid just like blank staring at a screen and just watching until the end. Especially some of the lectures in this class will get kind of long. And if you just watch the video straight through, you're going to zone out. You need to pause the video, take the time to make sure you're writing down the problem, try the problem on your own. Today's an exception. Today's kind of be new and probably difficult for you. It's going to feel like stuff. It's going to be stuff you've never seen before, but a lot of college algebra is a repeat of Algebra 1 and Algebra 2. And so a lot of the content you'll be familiar with to some extent. Just the problems will be a little harder. So try problems on your own first and then watch the video to clarify points of confusion and to learn things you didn't know before. But definitely hit the pause button a lot and make the videos interactive. That's how you get the most out of them. So every problem that you see presented to you, whether on a worksheet, homework, or through notes, like you need to be doing the problem yourself and then checking your work to make sure you know how to do it. So you'll have, there's 3 different videos for this section or for this lesson today. So you'll watch those. There's a notes template with all the problems. Download that so you can work alongside quickly without having to write everything down. And then there's a homework assignment. It's a worksheet today. You need to submit that as a PDF. And so how you do that is up to you. There's basically kind of 2 ways to do it. You can either, if you have access to a printer, you can print it off. Or you could do the problems also on a piece of notebook paper too. But if you do it on a hard copy, like where you're taking a picture of it, make sure you use an app to take the picture. Don't just take the picture on your phone and submit the picture, because I won't be able to read what you've written. But there are a lot of free apps that will convert your picture into a PDF, and it's legible, it's neat. So get some good lighting where there's not like shadows and it's not too dark, but those apps will work. Cam Scanner is one I use. It's free. Don't pay for anything. There's free versions. If there's like a little logo on the bottom, that's fine. But use a free app to get a PDF. Or if you do it on your computer, either through Word or Adobe or OneNote, however you like to write with your stylus, if you do it that way, then you can just submit it, save it as a PDF or print as a PDF and submit that way. And that's probably the quickest way to do it, but it's kind of preference on if you like writing with a stylus or not. So you do that assignment. One thing that's very important with the assignment outside of the submission is you have to check your work. You're responsible for checking your work. There's an answer key there. So I would have working on the assignment and have the answer key open so you can kind of do both at the same time. So you can do a question or two, check your work, make sure you're right. If you're not checking your work, you could do the whole worksheet wrong, which actually just hurts you, right? Like you've actually learned to do the math incorrectly. You're teaching yourself bad habits. So check your work often. I would say after every question, you should check your work and try to find your error. If you can't find where you messed up, then ask me, post to the discussion board within the unit. Try to figure out where you were confused. But do not just copy the answer key, right? Because then you didn't learn anything. You just copied things down, and it's going to come back and bite you on the quiz and test. And that's not why we're here anyway, right? We're not here just to turn stuff in. We're here to learn, to think. And the goal in this class is really to teach you how to think. We're using algebra to do that, but we're going to try to teach you how to think and think logically and to follow a set of guidelines that are given to you. And it is going to be tough, so make sure you reach out for help along the way. Good luck today. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'll be available throughout the day. Thanks.